How's everybody doing out there? My name is Juice Brewstein. I'm from Raspberry Park, New Jersey, and I write love songs, nothing but love songs. This is a love song. Well, I gotta tell you, man, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time here in Astoria, Queens, at the Q.E.D. You guys can make me feel real at ease and at home and chilled out if you just shout out Juice or Bruce or Steen or something. Now I'm really nervous, man. Thank you, Al. Anyway, this is a love song I wrote about my bicycle. It's called Q.E.D, and I'm going to play it just the way I like to ride. Fast and Furious. Well, you may find me foolish for the foolish things I do. You may think I'm pretty stupid. Well, honey, you look pretty and stupid too. I come riding in the moonlight. I burn rubber in 18 gears. I was thinking, honey, maybe you might come with me, we'll grab a couple of beers. I hope you don't want me for my looks or money, cause honey, those are two things I ain't got. But you can love me for my Q.E.D, black leather seat, chrome handlebars, pedals for my feet, dancing in the dark. I'll throw you a pass, get a lay on the window, we won't run out of gas. Climb up on my handlebars, we'll hit your favorite spot on my Q.E.D. Well, now way back in the Bible, temptations always come along. Ever since I met you, I've been trying to get you. I must be doing something wrong. I see them other guys try to impress you with their fast cars and fancy clothes. Believe me, they just want to undress you. They just want sex, folk, and rock and roll. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I can give you love and affection. And one more thing that they got, you can love it from my Q.E.D, black leather seat, chrome handlebars, pedals for my feet, dancing in the dark. I'll throw you a pass, get a lay on the window, we won't run out of gas. Climb up on my handlebars, we'll hit your favorite spot. I'm on Q.E.D. I'm usually touring with my band, the Fleet Street Animal Band, and our saxophone player Lawrence Clemens usually blows a big old honking saxophone solo at this point of the song. As you can plainly see, ladies and gentlemen, they're not here with me tonight. I had Lawrence on my handlebars, but he fell off. I think he fell into the East River, and he don't swim too good. So you guys are gonna have to imagine that saxophone solo in your minds. So you go ahead with your imaginary saxophone solo. When you're all finished, just shout out Juice or Bruce or Steen, and I know that you're done, and I'll continue my song. But please, ladies and gentlemen, please, I beg you, I implore you, I plead with you, please don't take one of them long, self-indulgent jazz improvisational solos. Because I only got 10 minutes up here tonight at the Q.E.D, and I don't want to waste too much of it on your imaginary saxophone solos. Go ahead, wrap it up, shout out Juice or Bruce or Steen or anything but Sue, and I know you're finished, and I'll continue my song. Bruce! Very nice there, thank you very much. The rest of you jazz cats are gonna step all over your solo right now. Well, now some folks call me a commie. Don't believe a word they say. Although my bike may be imported, I was born in the USA. It's better than a Ross Apollo, and it beats a Schwinn Varsity too. It only cost me $100, cause I bought it from a neighbor who used. I don't need no registration or insurance, and I always find a parking spot. Come on and love it for my Q.E.D, black leather seat, chrome handlebars, pedals for my feet, dancing in the dark. I'll throw you a pass, get a lay on the window, we won't run out of gas. Climb up on my handlebars, we'll hit your favorite spot. I'm on Q.E.D, Q.E.D. I got a Q.E.D, Q.E.D. I got a Q.E.D. That was my extra stage title I got. We're looking at the late great James Brown. So I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book about the folk music revival in Greenwich Village in the early 19th. Greenwich Village, right over there in Manhattan, down at the lower end of it. And they said they used to play these coffee houses, and they used to pass the hat at the end of their set. So I'm going to start a new tradition here at the Q.E.D. I'm going to pass the helmet. There you go, man. You can get that stuff. Yeah, it ain't my helmet. Hang on, I got a pick here somewhere. There it goes. That was a gift from my cousin Bruce Hempstein. It looks like a pussy helmet. How many people out there were ever born? How many people out there were ever born? That's not many, not many, not many. Well, I was born in Raspberry Park, New Jersey. I was born at the Raspberry Park General Hospital, to be specific. And a couple decades ago, they asked me to come back there and do a fundraiser for the hospital. So I thought it'd be a real clever, creative idea if I took an old archetypal folk song and I put some new words to it. So I did. And I went there and played it for the people, kind of like an audition, right? And when I was all done, the president of the hospital was there, and she came up to me and she said, "Well, Chief Springsteen, that's a really nice song, but we're not a hospital anymore. Now we're a medical center. Can you change it?" Now, I'd already taken the artistic liberty of putting a 3-syllable word where a 1-syllable word had been. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get the gig. And that's a long-winded folk introduction way of telling you why this song now goes like this. This medical center is your medical center. This medical center is my medical center. From the waiting room to the operating room. From pediatrics to geriatrics. This medical center was made for you and me. When I was born here, I was so ugly that the doctor slapped my father. He told my mother, "Don't you have another?" And so I remained a lonely child. Had a tonsillectomy when I was 7. I had an appendectomy when I was 11. I had trichinosis and halitosis. This medical center has been very, very good to me. Everybody sing along, here we go. This medical center is your medical center, medical center is mine. From the waiting room to the operating room, from pediatrics to geriatrics. This medical center made for you and me. Well, this medical center made for you and me. Well, my mama died here. My daddy cried here. The doctors sighed here. They said we tried here. Well, I suppose, love, that's the way it goes, bub. At this medical center made for you and me. That was a great loss at such a great cost. That had no insurance, no Blue Shield or Blue Cross. And that he's been regretted, cause now we're so indebted. This medical center made for you and me. Everybody, here we go. This medical center is your medical center, this medical center is my medical. From the candy strapper to the bedpan wiper, from pediatrics to geriatrics. This medical center made for you and me. Well, this medical center made for you and me. Tag it twice, Rollins, Honda won the second one. This medical center made for you and me. Last time, GT. Oh, this medical center made for you and me. Born in a hospital. Thank you so much. I'll let my hair down a little bit. My name really isn't Juice Bruce. It's really Dennis McDonough. As we say it, John and I are homonymically related. He's McDonough, I'm McDonough, but they're spelled differently, they sound the same, and they mean two completely different things. And my family, I learned this, they changed the pronunciation to Ellis Island when we came over. It's actually MC Duno Ugg. It's the Hippocratic Oath in Gaelic. So I'm actually Dennis MC Duno Ugg. But I was born the same year the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Beach Boys, the New York Mets, and Dodger Stadium came into existence. Where were you in '62? I grew up in the 1960s. I had 4 older brothers, Jim, Ed, Fran, and Fred. And I really thought I was watching them on television every week when I watched the Monkees. I thought it was my 4 older brothers. They looked like each one of the Monkees. And so that left a lasting impression. I think that was the inspiration, okay? So I watched the Monkees. I watched the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, Sonny and Cher. But I think my biggest influence back then was the Banana Splits. Anybody remember the Banana Splits? So I was kind of blessed with a voice to sing with, right? And I do my best to ruin it when I try to impersonate Bruce Springsteen or Bruce Springsteen or Bruce Pinkstein or Pork Rollstein or Bruce Frankenstein and the Fun Ghouls or Bruce Springsteen. So anyway, that first song I did for a TV show back in the 80s. Everybody remember cable television when it came out in the 1980s? And they were promising everybody the world. Well, we got our own cable TV show. We auditioned for Saturday Night Live, and we thought, you know, that sucks, we can do it better ourselves. So we did a show called Sorry We're Open, and we did a segment called MTV, Mindless Television. So we did the Juice Brewstein for that. And then, you know, I sang in a band with my buddy, my oldest and dearest friend Tom Leach, his younger brother Craig. We started the Boys. We made our debut live on stage at the high school that we all graduated from eventually. In 1981, we made our debut. And then a few years later, that second song I did, the Medical Center song, True Story, I went to the hospital where I was born. They were doing a fundraiser. And that was the first time I ever appeared without a band. I went out there with a guitar that I couldn't even really play. And I did the Medical Center song. So I don't know, man. I guess I have this twisted view. You know, they say let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. I say let music be your medicine and medicine be your comedy. So my name is Dennis MC Juno. It's been my pleasure to be here at the Q.E.D. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.